Now, if you're a client of BSP, I know you are an expert. I know that you know what you're doing. If you're not a client of BSP, if you are an expert in your subject matter, then what you need more than anything is to be viewed right now as an expert in that subject matter. A book for you is more important than ever, and using that book is more important than ever for you. All right. Hey, everybody. Rob Kosberg here with Bestseller Publishing. Happy to be with you for a BSPU call and our Publish, Promote, Profit podcast. Sometimes I don't know which one I'm doing, but this is the one that I'm doing today. I have some interesting things to share with you. The title today is 2008 Flashback, what to do. And there was a big question mark after that, by the way, because it may not be, and we hope it's not going to be, what happened in 2008, but there is potentiality for that. And so we want to talk about what to do right now to protect your business and also to thrive at the same time. So I have a lot to share with you today on that subject matter. I want to share with you what we're doing here at Bestseller Publishing and give you as much feedback as I can. I have, several different points. By the way, I happen to be in my office today, even though we're social distancing. I wanted to do the recording in here. And wouldn't you know it, they're doing some work in the office, so there's a weird buzzing and noise. Forgive me if you can hear it. I apologize. Was not expecting that. All right. Okay. So let's dive in. First and foremost, I want to, and the reason that I actually titled this 2008 Flashback question mark is because I wanted to share with you, especially those of you that don't know, my story from 2008, which led me to build two different multi-million-dollar businesses from 2009 and on, which was the initial collapse of the financial markets, the financial collapse of 2008, what happened in the real estate market that both preceded and went for 2 or 3 or 4 years after that. In fact, in many places, real estate values have still never gotten to the 2006 and 7 levels. Some of you know this story, and if you do, bear with me. I might tell a version of it that you're not familiar with, but on advice of a mentor and a great coach, actually a couple different ones, I wrote this book, Life After Debt: Practical Solutions to Get Out of Debt, Build Wealth, and Radically Transform Your Finances Forever. It's a small book. And in fact, as I go back and look at it at times, we've edited it since then, but as I've gone back and looked at it, I've been at times embarrassed by the book itself because it's not the same quality of future books that would come from me and from Bestseller Publishing. But this book led to 7 figures in income for me at a time that I was desperate to grow business. And in fact, at a time when the entire market was desperate. This was late 2009. We still hadn't even bottomed out in the stock market yet. Things were really in a difficult place. And this book, because of what I did with it, led to 2 multi-million-dollar businesses, my financial services business, and then later to come, which has been an even bigger success, Bestseller Publishing. And so let's go back because yes, we may be in a time where, hey, it's just going to be 30 days of shutdown, which has already begun to affect industries severely, like the restaurant industry, the event industry. Many of you, perhaps, that are watching this right now have already been affected. They're saying that unemployment may go to 30%. We're talking about Great Depression levels. Now, it may be very temporary. It may be just 30 days or 60 days and things may explode. And man, do I hope for that. But whether that's the case or not, we have some rough times ahead of us. And in some ways, similar to what happened in 2008, there are opportunities as well. People still have needs. People are still buying, which I'm going to show you that in just a couple of minutes. People are still interested in getting help with their problems. They need solutions from you, but they need something from you. I used my book in 2008 because I was not known in this industry, in conjunction with radio, with publicity, to build a business that very quickly scaled to over $2 million a year in revenue, and in a terrible time. What did I do? I saw what the need was in the marketplace. People were still buying. People were still in need. I saw what that need was. I positioned myself in front of that need. Now, I did have experience in that, but I was able to take the experience I had, position myself in front of that, and then use a book to show myself as an expert, as a credible authority, and grow my business from there. Now, if you're a client of BSP, I know you are an expert. I know that you know what you're doing. If you're not a client of BSP, if you are an expert in your subject matter, then what you need more than anything is to be viewed right now as an expert in that subject matter. A book for you is more important than ever, and using that book is more important than ever for you. So I'm going to give you 4 things as we talk through this, 4 things that I did in using Life After Debt to grow my business. Remember the story, I won't go into the details, but I started writing this in 2008, had all kinds of problems, made all kinds of mistakes, finally launched it in late 2009, and then everything took off from there. So let me share with you 4 things that you need to do, whether we're entering 2008, whether it's going to be better or whether it's going to be worse than that. Let me give you 4 things that you need to do. Some of these are more mindset things, but there are things that you need to be thinking about and things that you need to do. Number 1, you need to firmly and securely believe in what you are doing, okay? You need to believe in it more than ever. You need to believe in it when you're speaking to a prospect. You need to believe in it when you're speaking to a staff person, someone that works for you. You need to believe in it when you're talking to a family member or when you're talking to your spouse. You need to believe in what you do more than ever right now. You know, if you're in sales, and I have, you know, my sales team, and this is a message that I'm trying to communicate to them. You know, right now, people are concerned about spending money. And I understand it. I'm concerned about it too. And I'm going to talk about cutting expenses a little bit later. I'm going to give you 4 things. That's one of them. And so as a business owner, you need to be, you know, protective. But let me tell you, a book is what got me out of the terrible financial calamity that I was in because my real estate business has collapsed. I believe in it. I believe in it. I believed in it then, and I believe in it now with my books. So much so that I'm doing a whole new launch of this. And in fact, right now, this book is in the top 200 on all Amazon books on Kindle. It's number 1. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go off the screen in just a second and show you that. Plus, it's in the top 20 in all Barnes & Noble books. We're actually shooting for Wall Street Journal bestseller. And yes, I launched this literally a year ago, but I'm trying something new, and it's working like gangbusters. I believe in this. I believe that a book positioned correctly for you, that gets you in front of your ideal audience, not speaking engagements right now because there aren't any of those, but maybe webinars, maybe online events, maybe PR and media, maybe paid lead generation, maybe social media, whatever it is, your book positioned in front of your ideal audience is going to get you opportunities more than ever. And people need assurance. They need to know that they're working with somebody that really can help them. And so if you're not sure whether or not you would spend the money, right, in their position, then guess what? They're not going to spend the money. They're not going to pay you unless you can give them assurance that whatever your solution is going to work for them. So I'm not spending any money right now unless I know something is going to work for me. And you should do the exact same thing. But you need to convey that. So number 1, you need to believe more than ever in what your magic is, what you bring to the table. You need to believe in it more than ever, because if you don't, people aren't going to buy it from you, period. Number 2, make a special offer. Do something special for people during this period of time. I got with our team and I talked through a couple of different options. I said, you know what? We have some really cool things we're doing right now with media. We have some opportunities to have articles placed on the TED.com site, which is a super high level website, right? You know, TED.com, TEDx.com, fantastic. We have opportunities actually to get some of our content put on the Today Show site, on BuzzFeed. These are massive, massive properties. And I said, you know what? Let's throw in one or two of these special placements, which normally we would charge thousands of dollars for, and let's make a special offer to help people to get off the fence right now. Maybe you can reduce your prices a little bit. Maybe you can extend payment terms. Maybe you can offer something special on top of whatever your magic is. Throw something else in to give people incentive right now to move. And guess what? Whatever we're offering special right now is going to go away when this stuff turns around. It just is. So whatever price reductions you offer, whatever additional bonuses for joining you right now, and be creative. Think about what those things could be, but make a special offer for people to be incentivized to act right now. So number one, believe more than ever in what you're doing. Number two, make a special offer. Now let's talk a couple of little practical things. Number three, hey, cash is king right now. You need to have cash to survive whatever length of time you're going to maybe have a little bit of downturn in your business. I don't know what this length of time is going to be. Who knows what that is going to be? But you need to start looking at what your frivolous expenses are and start ruthlessly cutting. That's number four. And so number three and number four go together. You know, I spent a couple of hours, which I loathe doing this, but I decided I'm going to do this. I spent a couple of hours and I went through my credit card statements and I went through my bank account and I found $5,000 a month of recurring software stuff. Now, some of it we need. But I know I can cut about 60% of that and save myself $36,000 a year. Some of this stuff, I don't even know what it is. I'm embarrassed by it. I'm looking at it. Listen to this. I have 4 different Adobe accounts that are charging me monthly. 4 different accounts. I'm like, what the heck is this? It's like 4 different employees signed up for various Adobe functions, instead of just one of us doing that. And I've got 4 different charges every month to Adobe. It is completely ridiculous. So I am ruthlessly cutting this. By the way, if you own some type of software, you better like gird up because, you know, software as a service is going to get hit because guys like me and business owners are going to take a good hard look at this stuff and make sure that they're not frivolous with the expenditure. So if you haven't done that, do that. Go through it. Take a good hard look at what your frivolous expenses are and cut them. Hey, now is as good a time and in fact better time than ever. You need to protect your cash. Now that doesn't mean that you stop investing. And that's number 5 and lastly. So believe in what you're doing, make a special offer. Hey, cash is really important, right? So have projections for that. Cut your expenses. I'm sure you've heard some of these things, but number 5, invest in the right things now. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm going to share my screen for just a minute. I want to show you a couple of things that we're doing that I think you're really going to like. I shared just a week or two ago that we are literally tripling down in our advertising. Some people don't know this, but Facebook advertising expenses have gone down about 35%. Why? Because of the number of people that have pulled back from advertising. Now is a time more than ever for you to stand out from the crowd when it comes to investing in your business because everybody else is pulling back. And let me tell you, if you're not investing in it, then you know, you're about to shut it down. You need to invest smartly in it, but when you do, powerful things can happen. So let me share my screen and I'll show you some of the things that we're doing right now, which I think you'll like. So I shared with you, we're trying a brand new marketing campaign for Publish, Promote, Profit. Yes, the book has been out for almost a year and a half. I tell my clients this, you should relaunch your book every year in some way, right? You should, you know, get it back to the top, get attention to it, right? Unless you're writing a new book every year, this is your baby, right? This is the thing that shows you as, you know, a lethal force in your industry, the thought leader, the credible expert. So keep it in front of people constantly. And one way to do that is on Amazon. So you can see right now, it's the #1 bestseller in business writing skills, but not just that. Look right here. It's number 272 in the entire Kindle store. Now, there are millions of titles in the Kindle store. This is number 272 in the whole Kindle store, and that's both fiction, nonfiction. Number one in business writing, number one in authorship, number one in authorship reference. Actually, we're launching it also and sending traffic to Barnes & Noble. Let me see if I can pull this up for you at the same time. I should have had this prepared. My apologies for not doing that. Let's see if I can pull it up. I'm going to do it under eBooks here. And let's just do this live so that there's no confusion that, you know, in some way I did something funny. Let's see. I want to go to business. The site is super slow, by the way. And you know why? Because so many people are buying stuff online right now. So no question, now is a good time to do that. So let's see. B&N Top 100. Let's go there because I know my book is a Barnes & Noble Top 100 right now. See if I can go to business. Let's see, because I know I was in the top 20 or 30 of all Barnes & Noble books right now. Let's see where I am. You can see all these fiction and children's books. Let me go to business. All right, I don't see it there. Where is business? Barnes & Noble's bestsellers. They should make their website easier. Here we go. Here we go. My apologies. I should have gone right to business. All right. Let's see. Let's see all. Oh, look at that. Number one right there. Sorry, it took me so long to get to it. Number one right there. Number one business book on all of Barnes & Noble right now is Publish, Promote, Profit. How cool is that? Now, look, this thing that we're doing is very new. It's very different. It's not inexpensive, but I'm testing it. I test it first on my stuff. Why am I doing it? Because now is the time to do it. Now is the time to invest in things that are going to work. Now is the time to, you know, put your stuff in front of people. If your book isn't done, get your book done. If your book is done, now is the time to find new ways to put it in front of your audience. Let me show you what I'm doing here. We're going to blur some of this out, but these are, you know, every day I use my book to get applications, right? So we're going to be blurring this out in the video, but this is this morning before 11 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people have applied, and that has given me all their information, answered a series of questions, 6 different, you know, web pages that they had to go to say that they want to work with Bestseller Publishing. This is yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The day before, 22nd, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 the day before. So we're getting between 8 on a bad day, 16 on a good day, every single day of people that are still saying, hey, I want to get my book done. Hey, I want help. Now, is doing a book a luxury? Well, compared to eating and paying your rent and having electricity, absolutely it is a luxury. Those of you that understand the importance of growing your business, though, a book isn't a luxury. We believe in what we're doing. And so I'm still investing in getting new applications, new opportunities for my sales team so we can go before them and say, look, this is what we're doing special right now. We want to help you. We want to help you to grow your business. This is the way that we can help you. And you, whatever your magic is, needs to think in the exact same way. You need to think, okay, who's my ideal client? What's the magic that I bring? Now more than ever, I believe in it. Figure out some kind of special offer and then invest in your business. Cut the frivolous expenses. You know, keep the cash there, but invest in your business because now is the opportunity to do that. People are still buying. People still need help. If your thing is something that can help people, then find a way to pivot to get it in front of them. You know, we have a local restaurant that we've been going to for years and years, and that we've been supporting by having food delivered and whatnot. This is not a big chain or anything like that. It's a small local restaurant. And I've thought, how smart are these people? You know what they've done is because they know that people are interested in certain items, they actually have become kind of a pseudo grocery store. They have toilet paper that they're selling. They have paper goods that they're selling. They have all of these products besides, and this is a chef-inspired, beautiful little restaurant right here in Pasadena, besides all the things that they're doing every day, pushing out special offers, every day via email, going to their list, giving some kind of special offer for people to get delivery. And then at the same time, if someone wants toilet paper or paper goods or other kinds of products, they are delivering that stuff as well. They have taken this crisis, as difficult as it is, and they've said, what do people need? How can we serve them with our magic? And they have pivoted themselves. They are going to thrive through this difficult time, while others perhaps, just shut her up. So I don't know how long this is going to last, and I hope it is very short, and I hope we get through this very, very quickly. But whether we do or whether we don't, these 5 things that I shared, you got to believe in what you're doing. I mean, more than ever, you've got to believe in your magic. You need to figure out some special offer to people. You need to cut the frivolous expenses that you have, the stupid stuff that you were spending money for. Cut it. I mean, cut it ruthlessly. You need to keep the cash, and you need to take that, the frivolous expenses, and invest it back in your business. Now is the time that investing in your business is going to pay off because others are pulling back. Guys, that's what I have for you today. I hope this is helpful. I've shown you how I'm doing this. I'm showing you how I did this in 2008 and 2009. It worked for me then. If you haven't gotten your book done, you got to get it done. If you haven't positioned your book in front of people, now is the time to do that. Rob Kosberg here with Bestseller Publishing. Let me know if I can help you in any way, and let's answer some questions. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. Every week, we're posting tons more content to help you to publish, promote, and profit. So go ahead and subscribe now to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified whenever new content is available. And if you're interested in my latest book, Publish, Promote, Profit, just go to publishpromoteprofit.com.